Islets is a humorous Metroidvania from 2022 featuring a mouse named Ico who sets off to save the 5 islands from oppression. It features some smooth combat, satisfying upgrade abilities, and thankfully only a small handful of precision jumping sections, also known as the dreaded jumpnastics. Here are 8 crazy secrets in Islets. Spoilers ahead. Number 1. Grave Crawler Cache. The first boss you encounter in the game is this so-called grave crawler, which would probably better be named the Death Radish, given its red body and leafy top. He will even shoot miniature death radishes at you during the fight. Look how weak our hero's sword is at this point in the game. It took about 90 hits to defeat him. But anyway, did you know if you come back to this spot after you get the downward attack ability, you can hit the skull helmet he left behind and it will explode with money. Number 2. Post-game secrets. There are several NPCs you will encounter in this game, like a Greybird or the nameless gardener rabbit. But if you unlock the bonus area at the end of the game, you will get to see a bunch of other characters, none of whom you can interact with. They are like an even lower level of NPC. They don't even have the same level of color as the other NPCs. Their color is all desaturated. This is really bottom-level NPC status. Another one of the Easter eggs you will find at the end of the game is up in the clouds. There is a guy who chiseled statues of the various heroes throughout the history of the islands, and you will see that Ico will have a statue once the 3 final bosses are defeated, but this is not the only statue. If you unlocked the bonus area, you will see another statue, except this one is right-handed compared to the cloud statue, which is left-handed. Apparently the sculptor messed up the first draft but didn't want to throw it away, so he sent it to the bonus room. Number 3. Ship. Besides roaming around with your sword in this game, there are parts where you navigate between the islands in a little propeller ship. Normally, when you push left and right, it just moves the ship in the corresponding direction. But did you know, if you start talking with an NPC and try to move around before leaving the conversation, Ico can actually pace back and forth inside the ship. Number 4. Rabbit Lady. In the garden area of the game, there is a nameless rabbit lady character who moves at an incredible speed. Once you find her 3 seeds and finish the area, you will next see the rabbit in her own ship flying around with the crazy plant that you rescued. But if you teleport back to the garden area right away, she will also be there. However, you can no longer interact with her. From this point forward, whenever you see her on land, she is no longer on speaking terms with Ico, a sign of a schizophrenic relationship. Number 5. Farming. Late in the game, some of the weapon or map upgrades are pretty expensive. If you are looking for a good place to farm for money, try this spot in the Hanging Gardens area of East Right Island by the save point Cat. On the next screen to the left are 6 radish monsters walking in a circle. You can smash through them in less than 15 seconds, go back off screen, and these particular enemies will respawn immediately. You should be able to collect 36 bucks each time, so that's well over 100 bucks a minute. Number 6. Lifting the Stone Curse. In the Forgotten Rots section of the game, one of your friends will be turned into stone, and you can see other NPCs turned into stone in the area. Once you collect 55 of the hidden upgrades throughout the game, you can choose to have the curse removed, so when you go back to your friend, he will find himself turned into flesh again, although he could stand to be a little more grateful. Anyway, after he is freed, if you roam around the area, you will see that the other guys are still stone. They really got ripped off. If you remember our previous video, this is like at the end of Dishonored 2 when Corvo saves Emily, but not so much the other guys who got turned to stone there. Number 7. Eyeballs. One thing you might notice in this game is that just about everyone has very wide open eyeballs and they don't blink. Look at this enemy, he looks like he has been awake for 9 days straight on caffeine. There is a hidden vending machine on top of which is a cat whose eyeballs pop open when you hit the machine. Look at this frame of our hero's eyeball when he swings the sword. His stunned expression is especially appropriate during the part where the rabbit-looking lady gives him the garden tour, like here when she says the flower is at least 500 feet tall. You can interact with this leaf once, by the way, but not the rock. Number 8. Attack upgrade. One tip to consider for this game that can help make a lot of the fighting, and especially the boss fighting, more manageable is to spend almost all of your money and any of the upgrade icons on the sword as much as you can. With a sword heavily upgraded, you can really blast through most common enemies in 1 or 2 hits. Remember how the first boss took about 90 hits with a lot of dodging and it lasted almost 2 minutes, and that was an early game boss. But with a heavily upgraded sword, a late game boss like this Smiley Bone Golem, which presumably has much more HP, goes down in about 60 hits with non-stop strikes in less than a minute and 0 retries. The rate of upgrade for the sword seems faster than the rate of difficulty of the enemies as you progress throughout the game. How do you like that Smiley Golem? Who's smiling now? And those are 8 crazy secrets in Islets. Thank you for watching. Always pursue the truth.